What's going on, you guys? My name is Zach Hartley and welcome back to another course review video. In this series, I am buying and reviewing popular YouTubers' day trading and investing courses so that you can better understand what is inside and whether or not it's a right fit for you. Now, a few weeks ago, I posted my review of the Humble Trader trading community, and that was a monthly subscription for about $180 per month Canadian, and it was hosted by Shay, who runs the Humble Trader YouTube channel. And so I purchased the subscription back in July. I was a member of the community for several months. I had a great experience with it and there was a lot of good resources in there, and I posted my review video, but unfortunately, since I posted that video, the structure, the price, the content, absolutely everything has changed because the Humble Trader trading community no longer exists. It is now called the Humble Trader Academy, and it is brand new content, a brand new format, a brand new price point, and so unfortunately my last video is almost irrelevant now. So today we're going to redo the review. We're going to take all of the content in. We're going to try this out again, and we are going to give you an honest review and honest feedback about what's in the course, whether or not the format is better, whether or not this price is worth it, and whether or not it's going to be a good fit for your trading and your lifestyle. If you get any value out of this video, all I ask is that you click that like and subscribe button. And if you want to see my reviews of any of the other popular YouTubers, definitely check out the links in the description to this video or the videos in this playlist, and let's jump right in. Okay, so to get to the course, all you have to do is go to humbledtrader.com. This is her main website right here, and when you click on join, it takes you to the Humbled Trader Academy landing page. And here is kind of basically a walkthrough that tells you what is going to be in the course, tells you about everything you're going to learn, and it kind of gives you the Academy features. So there's over 12 hours of content, there's quizzes, there's self-guided learning, pretty much everything you need to try and learn how to day trade. You still have some frequently asked questions there, and then the price of her new course and her new content is $1,490, and we are going to give this a shot and we are going to check it out. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you get in here, and as you scroll down you can see Humble Trader Academy. If you click on open, this is what it looks like when you go through start the course. So I assume this kind of takes me to the introduction. There is 133 lessons to be completed in the course, and it is broken down into different units. So what to expect, who is Humble Trader, the roadmap for beginner traders, stock market lingo for beginners, and it looks like there's kind of a quiz at the end of each lesson or at the end of each section here, which is also really nice. Kind of tests you as to whether or not you have actually mastered the setup or mastered the skill or whatever they're trying to teach, so I like that. And it looks like there's a lot of content in here. I believe that there's just over 2 pages here. So Unit 11, Unit 12, Unit 13, 14, 16. Oh, and then appendix, weekly membership webinar recordings, and then page 3 here is a trading recap. So about 2 pages here worth of content, 133 lessons, and about 12 hours worth of video. So I've got a lot of work to do. It is going to be a late night and probably an early morning for me tomorrow to try and get through all of this in the next few days, and then I'm going to try and have this video out to you with my honest opinion of whether or not it's worth the money, whether or not I like the new structure, and how it is overall combined with the Discord chat. We're going to compare it to the other courses that I've reviewed, and I will see you as soon as I'm done going through the content. Guys, we are back. I am done the course and I am very excited to give you my review. Here's what it looks like. I'm done 126 of the 140 video lessons. The only ones that I really skipped here were these trading platforms. I already have them on my computer, and some of these I just won't use, so I skipped through some of these videos, but I got through everything else, and they even sent a certificate of completion, which is kind of cool. When you get through that last unit, it looks like she sends this out. So this was very, very nice. And now it is time to jump into the review. So the course structure, like I showed before, it's a one-time fee for $14.90, and now there's 140 videos and resources. So if we go back to this, you can see that the number of lessons has actually increased, and I think that's because she is adding on new webinars and trading recaps. So if you go to the last page here, you can see that there's actually some new videos here that have been posted since I started this review, which is kind of cool. She's continuously adding to it, and it's definitely a nice feature. All of the videos, which is probably the best part, all of the main videos are between 3 and 12 minutes long, so there's no more hour-long webinars, which is probably my favorite part of it. And all of the content is about 12 hours long, and you can watch it at up to 2x speed. So theoretically, you could do it in 6 hours, but there's just no possible way that any human can consume that much information and retain it all. So I don't recommend it, but it is possible. It also comes with the Discord chat and some weekly webinars. So really, really nice. Now, here are the things that I like. Number one, this new course compared to how it was before is much better organized and structured. You can go in chronological order and start at the top, go all the way through to the bottom, and everything makes sense and it is in order, which is really, really nice. She also gives 6 well-defined setups for day trading, and this is probably the largest difference between Shay compared to Charlie from Zip Trader or Ricky Gutierrez. Those are the 2 other courses that I've already done for day trading. Shay is only focused on 6 very clearly defined setups, whereas the other 2 guys are more focused on indicators and trend and the market and price action, and they're more focused on different little signals to get in or out that are happening on the price chart, whereas Shay is more focused on how big is the company, what do the fundamentals look like, what is the price movement over the last few days and the last few months, what is the float, what is the volume pre-market, and a couple other factors. And so she is really taking into account much more factors and looking for specific setups, whereas Ricky and Charlie, I would say, are a little bit more broad in what they're willing to trade or what they're teaching you to trade. Now, I also like that Shay put a big focus on risk management, and each one of those setups had a defined section on risk management and where you need to get out of those trades. So I thought she did a great job there of setting good expectations and good strategy. I also thought she did a great job with the extra resources. She gives you a trading journal, she gives you all of the definitions, she gives you trading checklists for each of these setups, and she really put together all of the resources that you need to become a trader. I also like the new videos that they're adding with the trade recaps and the webinars. Each one of these setups also had a video about the psychology behind the setup. So she is very specifically looking for setups based on psychology that have these trading factors, and that is when she enters a stock. I thought it was really well mapped out and set up in a way that people could understand. And clearly I've spelled quizzes wrong here, but the quizzes in the course were really, really good. They actually prevented you from going on to the next unit unless you did the quiz, which I thought was really, really smart, because it made you make sure that you understand what you just learned, and it made you recap on what you just learned if you didn't understand it or if you couldn't answer a couple of simple questions. Now, here are the things that I didn't like. Number one, the price has gone up. I personally liked that low monthly fee where if you just wanted 1 month's access to try it out, you could get into it. But now the price has gone up to about $14.90. So definitely something to consider. It is a more expensive package on a one-time purchase, but if you hold the monthly membership, if you had held that for over a year, that would have cost you more. And so kind of a trade-off there, but definitely a higher upfront charge. Also, there was no videos, or at least I didn't see any videos of Shay actually doing live trading. She might have done it in the platform walkthroughs, but I didn't see a whole lot about specific live trading in each of those setups. I would have liked to see that, just kind of how she thinks about the trade in the moment as it's forming live. I thought that would have been really nice to see. She also didn't talk much about level 2. It doesn't sound like it's a core component of her strategy and something that she uses a ton, but it does look like it's open on most of her charts most of the time. So it would have been nice to see a little bit more information on level 2. She also makes a couple of mentions of good fundamentals as one of the things that she's looking for in some of her setups, and it would have been nice if she had described a little bit more about what those good fundamentals look like, especially with regards to a balance sheet or an income statement. I feel like that topic was maybe just skipped over a little bit. And then lastly, there was no mention of taxes. So she didn't talk about, or at least I didn't remember her talking about at any point, any mention of taxes or different account types, or kind of walking you through how to set up and prepare for those kind of things. So definitely something to consider. It's not going to give you that kind of tax insight that you might need in order to be a full-time day trader. Now, who is this course best suited for? Last time I said that this probably wasn't a course that's best suited for somebody that's just getting into the markets, and this time I am taking that out, and I think this course is much better suited for somebody that is just trying to get started in the market, start to understand it, and get started in day trading, because she kind of gives you all of that background and that fundamental knowledge that you need to get started in this course that personally I don't think was there in the trading community. So I thought this was a great improvement, and this course is going to be best suited for anybody that wants to be a day trader. And if you're very analytical and you like the idea of having a checklist of everything that you need to mark off and cross off before you get into that position, this is probably going to be the perfect course for you. Now, other things to know, there is only 12 hours of content. It looks like they're adding more content to that all of the time, but you are not going to be able to do this entire course in one day. It is going to take you 2 to 4 days, because not only is there a lot of content, but it's also very rich content that you need to digest, you need to understand, and you also need to go out and apply. You need to try it out. You need to go out and you need to test these different strategies to see which one works for you. So at the end of 2 or 4 days after you take this course, you're not going to be a millionaire, you're not going to be the greatest day trader possible, but this should give you the foundation that you need in order to start a career as a day trader and start to become profitable. But that is going to take time. She sets very, very clear expectations in the course, and she lets you know that you're not going to become a day trader overnight, you're not going to become a millionaire overnight, and you need to pay that market tuition in order to become profitable over time. Now, as you guys know, I've been comparing all of these courses on a couple of factors. Number 1, strategy and explanation. Number 2 is value for the money. And number 3 is production quality. Production quality has been pretty good in all of the courses that I've done so far, but these 2 factors are really where it comes down to. So for Humble Trader and Shay, her course is $1,490. And previously, she scored a 9 in this category. I'm dropping that down to an 8 in this category just because the price has gone up. And it's not necessarily because the price has gone up, but because when you compare it to the other day trading courses out there, so namely Charlie from Zip Trader and Ricky Gutierrez from Learn Plan Profit, they have significantly cheaper courses. And when I do the math here, I think to myself like, hey, is Humble Trader's course 4 times better than Charlie? Well, in my mind, it's better. It's definitely better than Charlie and Ricky's course, but is it 4 times better? No, it's probably not 4 times better. And so I did dock her 1 point here on the value for the money, but because it was so much better organized, because the strategies were so well laid out, and because it was such a better course, I increased her score here for strategy and explanation. So it is pretty much the same score here. She is only behind Meet Kevin. That is probably the only course so far that has scored better than Humble Trader, but Meet Kevin is primarily focused on swing trading and long-term investing. So Humble Trader and Shay is definitely the best day trading course that I've taken so far. I do think it's better than Charlie and Ricky's. Do I think it's 3 or 4 times better? Probably not, but I do think it's better. Now, here's my final summary. Number 1, this is a great course for anybody that is trying to learn how to day trade. I think it was a good resource. It's probably worth the money. If you're going to commit to it, you really want to learn it, you're willing to not rush into it and take your time with it and understand that this is a career and not a get rich quick opportunity, then this is probably the right course for you. This is probably the right way to invest your money to get started, and I fully support it. Now, if you're interested in seeing any of my other courses, definitely check out the links down below. I also plan to make all of these review videos in the future. So Griffin Milks, he's a Canadian here. Warrior Trading is Ross Cameron out of the US. Stock Market Labs is Umar Ashraf. And Ricky Gutierrez, I believe, just launched Learn Plan Profit 2, which is kind of a revamp of his course. So I'm definitely gonna have to do a review of that. These ones are coming through in the future. So if you get any value out of this video, please remember to click that like and subscribe button. I sincerely appreciate it, and we will see you in the next one. Good luck trading, good luck investing, and we'll talk to you soon.